this is kind of old news now, but recently there was an article published about a Los Angeles undersheriff she's been in the police department since the 90s, and an article was published recently about some tattoos that she got back in the 90s, and the article was talking about allegations being made against her by other police officers that the tattoos that she has represent part of a deputy gang, and basically alleging that because she has these tattoos, she's in the deputy gang. Now, the article itself is very careful with its wording not to directly propagate the allegations, but it does definitely want to bring you in with this big headlines talking about how she has gang tattoos, and I think that's definitely the message the article was trying ultimately to push, was that this undersheriff is basically a deputy gangster, which is a horrible thing. Deputy gangs fucking suck, right? The thing is, this undersheriff is actually really notable, and I feel like an idiot because I forgot her name, but she's really notable because she is one of the few, really, police officers in a pretty big position within the Los Angeles Police Department who she has actually gone and testified on record by her own name, which is really important because very few officers have wanted to publicly testify. She's publicly testified against deputy gangsters, police officers who were legitimate deputy gangsters, and she's one of the few undersheriffs, notable police officers at least, who have taken the step to publicly testify, and that's a really big deal. So these tattoos themselves, the allegations are that the tattoos she has are associated, the fact is they are associated with a deputy gang from a station that she was at in the 90s. The allegation, of course, is that because she has these tattoos, she's in the gang or was a former member. I don't know. What I do know is that there are no allegations from anyone other than like a couple of unidentified police officers of her actually participating in deputy gang activity. There are a lot of strong character testimonies from not only citizens, community members dating as far back as the 90s, as well as, reputable police officers have also given character testimonies. She's disclosed that she's had these tattoos to superiors and community leaders as far as she's had them. And only now is it actually a headline. So it seems to me pretty obvious that, these accusations are being made about her all of a sudden, trying to use these tattoos that she has to drum up, dissent, I guess, against her, to cause her to lose support. And I think that's really wrong. And I really wish, I saw a lot of people who are talking about this online saying like, I can't, she's a deputy gangster, it sucks, she's horrible. And really upset me that a lot of people obviously didn't read the article. And I think even if people did read the article, which obviously very few of them did, this is someone who is, it's not easy to take these steps to combat corruption in a police establishment. That's a really big deal. And this undersheriff is really putting a lot on the line for other citizens of Los Angeles. I live in Los Angeles, in case that's not clear. So I'm talking about the city that I live in, and it's really fucked up for people to be taking these headlines, to not be, looking critically at the situation, and to just be propagating this rumor, this myth, basically, this lie, essentially, because it's super unlikely if you look at the evidence and the character testimonies, and even if it's not unlikely, I understand hard evidence is hard to get with police corruption, but the point being, a lot of people are just spreading this like it's fact, and I think it's really unlikely. That's all I have to say. I think it's super unlikely, and this woman is, one of the few who is really trying hard to combat corruption in the police department. And it frustrates me, to have, people propagating these unreliable allegations as fact. So that's all. Yeah, see ya.